Hello my friends and welcome to our new video. Today's video will be an interview with one of my dear friends, Andrea. Andrea is one of my friends. I know her since I was in Denmark, but now she is living in London, so that she will give us some information about the life in United Kingdom. So let's get started. Hello!
Hi,
Hello Andrea, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. You?
I'm fine. So, Andrea, let us know what are the legal ways to live and work in the UK?
So, first of all, for a EU citizen, it's quite easy because to live in the UK, you just need the passport. It's not necessary. For example, if you go for a short period of time, you might not need the passport. You will be alright just with your ID. But if you are thinking to work and stay more time in the UK, you will need a passport because
You
will
mean
be
the visa?
required for work. Sorry?
You mean the visa?
No, the passport, just the passport.
Okay.
And actually, if they want to work, they need to apply for a national insurance number, which they can apply as soon as they arrive in the UK. Will be an interview with one of the people from national insurance number, so they will decide if that person is eligible to work in the UK or not.
Okay, perfect. Can a legal immigrant obtain the citizenship?
Yeah, that's not hard. Actually, after 5 years of staying in the UK, they can apply and they can take the exam. And if they pass the exam, they will be citizens. The exam costs around £50, and it's based on history questions and questions about living in the UK, actually, the life.
What are the consequences of entering illegally for the purpose of applying for asylum?
If you are found as an illegal immigrant, you will be deported. And you can also make an appeal, but if your appeal isn't likely to succeed, you should leave voluntarily, because if you will be banned from the UK for 10 years if you will be deported. If you choose to leave voluntary from the UK, this is gonna take between 1 and 5 years until you will be able to come back. But if you don't do it volunteer, you need to wait more than 10 years.
It's not a good idea for people who think about entering illegally.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. So what about the cost of living? Let's start with the average rent.
So it will be between 500 and 600 pounds for an average studio flat. That means for one person. When you have everything in the same room, the bathroom, the kitchen, and the bedroom. It's a really small flat.
Yeah.
For example, if you like to have like a double room in a share house, which you can share with 4, 5, or even 10 people, depends how big is the house, the room will be around 400 pounds. If you like to have a big house for you and your family, for example, a house with 3 bedrooms would be around 1,030, something like that. But those costs are around the Luton. It's not in London, because if you want to live in London, you will need to pay
a lot.
Double, almost double. Yeah.
It costs a fortune to live in London.
And the deposit as well. So for each rent, you need to pay the deposit, which is the rent again.
Yeah. And what about the transport?
The transport is expensive. If you want to travel from Luton to London by train and use the underground in London as well, you will need around £35 for a day pass for a travel card. Taxi is expensive as well. The cheapest is Uber, but you can't find Uber everywhere. And if you want to take the black cab, the Londonese taxi, you'll pay around £15 for a 5 minutes ride.
Oh. I'll take my bike.
Yeah.
If someone thinking about having a car, how much it costs for 1 liter of gas?
That's alright. That's not really high, because you pay like £1 and £1.5 for 1 liter. But the problem with the car is the insurance. If you are young and you are new in the UK, you will pay between 100 and 200 pounds per week for insurance.
Per week?
Yeah.
Oh!
That's why I can't have a car. It's too much.
And I thought that Canada is expensive. Do you think that the food prices are less or more than the other countries?
Comparing with my home country, Romania, I find the prices accessible. But this is because of the salary as well. With a minimum wage for a full-time job, you will find food as cheap. You won't have a problem with food prices.
Okay, so we can say that how much is enough for one person?
1,000 and 1,300
Per week or month?
per month.
Per month, okay.
Per month, yeah, should be fine.
Okay.
But it depends. I mean, if you are young and you want to go party, that won't be enough. But if you want to live, to cook your own food, to pay the rent, you will be fine with that amount.
Okay, that's good. Okay, one of the main concerns for many migrants is the education. So the government provides a free education system or paid education system.
Yeah, kind of. The government can finance you with 9,000 pounds per year, money which are going straight to the university for your 3 or 4 years of study. So you can't take those money, they are going straight. There are some other living money for which you can apply as a student, but there are a few conditions which need to be met. So you can't do it from the beginning, and is not 100% sure that you will be eligible to receive this money at any time. However, you need to pay back all the money which the government gave to you for university if your income is greater than 21,000 per year. You will pay back 9% monthly to the government.
9% is fair.
Yeah, that's all right actually.
Yeah.
But if you will pay just if you earn enough money.
So I also believe that one of the biggest hurdle for many immigrants is the language. Do you think that qualified worker can work with his own language, or he should actually learn English? And what is the level of English that is enough?
So basically, without speaking English, it's almost impossible to work in UK. First of all, when you arrive, you need to go to agencies because a lot of workers can find work with agencies. So if you go to the agency, they will speak with you and they realize if you can speak or not in English. So if you don't speak English, they will tell you straight away, no, we can't do anything for you, I'm sorry. But if you speak like a basic level, you understand the numbers, the basic commands like stay here, leave that, things like that, you can work in a warehouse.
Okay.
But I'm not sure for how long.
Are there any free programs to learn English?
There are, especially for students. The university provides free courses for the students. They are called communication skills. But if you are not a student, it's quite difficult to access them for free because they are already full of people from what I showed on the internet. What I saw.
Yeah. Does it make a difference in the workplace between having an education degree from another country than the UK?
If you are working in the same area as your degree, is a plus.
Okay.
If your degree is from UK, it's really useful. It's not impossible that you can find work with a degree from another country, but it will be a little bit hard in the beginning. The most important thing is to know what you are doing and to be good. If the employers are gonna see that you are able to work and you know what you are doing, they will hire you. If not, even if you have the UK diploma, doesn't matter if you can't do it.
So you encourage people to have their degree first from the UK?
Yes, it's much easier.
The employers recognize the work experience from outside UK?
Yes, basically, but it's the same like with a degree. So if you know your job, doesn't matter actually how much experience you have, you can do it.
Okay, so the term English experience doesn't exist. Or-
Not really, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay, perfect. Can you give us an example for the good salary?
£2,000 per month.
It's good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, in your opinion, what is the best way to adapt and integrate the values and the English people habits?
Alright, so first of all, I think you need to observe them.
Mm-hmm.
You need to understand them, because sometimes you might think that English people are talking a lot or they are very loud. But if you stay around them and you think why they are doing that, you will understand them. So you'll find them really nice people.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same time, like in any other country, I think there are people and people, good and bad people.
Sure.
You, of course, you don't want to go on the street and talk with a drug addicted. To be honest, there are a lot in the UK, especially teenagers. So it's better to avoid them if you don't want any kind of trouble. But the rest of the English people are really nice, so you can really talk with them and they can really be helpful.
In other words, you shouldn't think about UK if you are
If you are comfortable, weak, or negative person.
and you are welcome if you are.
If you are open-minded, determined, honest, and self-motivated.
That was really helpful, Andrea. Thank you so much
Thank
for being with me today. I think that many people will find this very useful. You actually give us today a lot of information. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Bye bye. See you. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and wait to the upcoming videos. Please give us a thumb up if you like it and hit the subscription button if you really want to see the old videos. Thank you again. See you next time. Bye bye.